So back in the olden days, before I started doing this whole YouTube thing, I watched maybe three to four different channels, right? And now I have different friends and all that stuff, so I like to watch their things. So I put a lot of time into watching videos. It's almost astounding. But along with that, right? So there's been a trend over the last few weeks of everybody saying that, hey, March looks like it's going to be a pretty dry month and all that. They're going to save some money on account of, February and all that, taking their bank accounts and debit cards, credit cards, whatever, straight to Suplex City throughout the month. But not for me, not for me. You see, like March for me does still have some releases popping up that I do like. It's also a good time to jump on the things that I couldn't get that are still in stock. So that's what brings me to this. I took a little trip up to Seoul earlier today. I was gonna do a little walking around, see some things, maybe just stop by this aquarium that I found out about. And then it started raining, and so I just was like, you know what? I'm going home. Because maybe it's just from a lot of not going out that, like, oftentimes now when I am out, I kind of like, I want to go home. I don't know, but also the weather didn't help. So here we have this. Yeah, not surprising, right? A nice red Nike box. So what's on the inside though? That's where it gets, I don't know, just as familiar, but with a slight twist. So here we have another Nike. Oh, have a Nike day. The Have a Nike Day Air Max 97 in the Indigo Storm colorway, right? So this particular shoe, right? A lot of people have the other one, the one that has like the space purple and whatever they call the other colors on there, similar to the Air Max 1s that I had whatever day that was. But those are popular, right? A lot of people got them, and they're actually a really nice shoe, and I wouldn't mind having them myself. I just don't. Maybe one day I will. But I saw these, and I haven't seen these in a lot of places, but when I saw the initial pictures however many months ago or weeks ago, whatever, I was like, man, I would like to get those, because it's a color that kind of stood out to me. For one, I don't have it, and two, it just looks nice on this particular shoe. I don't know how it looked on the Air Max 1, but sometimes colors just work better on different models. So anyways, I picked this up today for some amount of money. Let's see, according to this here receipt, it was 219,000 won. I don't know what that comes out to. Probably like $170, $80 or something. I don't know. I'll just have to put the conversion up there. Anyway, so I paid 219,000 won for this, and I thought it was worth it, right? So looking at them, I'm definitely liking these, but let's get into the review portion of this, not drag things out all that much longer than they need to be, like that last video. So across the sole, this isn't any mashup or anything, it's just a straight up 97, so that's the standard 97. Sole on the bottom of there, nice and super clear, I'm really digging that. On the bottom, on the outsole there, similar color to what's on the upper, but just a little bit lighter. I mean, it's actually pretty close to what you see on the inner area where the swoosh is here. It's pretty much that color. And then moving up to the upper, the rest of it is the standard style that you've come to know and maybe even love on these Air Max 97s. So around here, again, it's got that kind of a nubuck sort of thing going on. It's not suede, but I don't have a lot of straight up nubuck shoes, so I'm a little unfamiliar with that. And then down around the whole first wraparound layer, or whatever you want to call that, it's got the whole Have a Nike Day written all around. A little bit of that extra branding that turns some people away, but I'm cool with it, at least particularly on these. Those over-branded Air Max, like what they had, I want to say they had 90s and 1s and pluses. I don't know. It was a little much for me, and I couldn't do it. It just had Nike everywhere, and I was like, not for me. And then the rest of it, you've got the alternating between like the mesh and the hard style, like the blue style there, whatever that is, and then the mesh again. So overall, it's pretty nice. Nothing fancy, but it's just different than the other ones. So that's kind of why I was leaning more towards these, because I'm not opposed to having the same colorway on different shoes. I mean, if you've paid enough attention to the different shoes I've worn or even showed on here, you'll probably see that. But every now and then you do want to switch it up just a little bit. And then finishing off, moving up the tongue there, you've got that, it's the Nike swoosh on these, as opposed to the Air Max ones where it said have a Nike day on them. And of course the black face. So there's that guy, which I'm coming around to. He does seem to stand out a little more on this one, maybe because it's all blue. The other one had some different colors, and it just, after looking at it for a while, it kind of started to just look okay. So I don't know. The only other thing to complement that is like on the back of that pull tab to help you. For some people, they use it to help them put their shoes on. I never even thought about that until I saw it in a video. I always just saw it there and just accepted that it was part of the shoe. Never thought about any functionality to it. But yeah, so overall, that's the shoe. It's pretty nice. I like it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you don't, that's fine, because you're not the one who bought it. If you do, go ahead, look for it online. I don't know where this thing's being sold. I did see that Shoe Palace had them in stock at some point. But as usual, down in the tags and stuff, I'll put the actual product code. So if you want to search for it, you can. But if you don't want to click down there, it's BQ9130, which is the normal model style, and then 400 for the colorway style. So, you know, you put those all together and that gives you your little product ID. So, again, this is the Indigo Storm and white aluminum colorway. So, I'm liking it. I'll give you guys one more little close-up here. And I forget where, I think it was in it may have been on one of those chats during like a live video or something where people were talking about like on feet and stuff. I mean, I get the value in those and that it does pull in some people. It's a lot of work though, so I'm not sure if I will or will not do one. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's not like I have anything else going on. I mean, to be completely honest, it's 3:04 and I feel like I've done everything I set out to do for this day. So we'll see what happens. I was all set to do this, the on-foot part of this, and I go to pull out the other shoe, you know, after I get my little mini tripod set up. This is the other shoe. This is an Air Max 2 Light. Again, no space between the X and the 2. I don't remember what this colorway was, but I was actually just talking to somebody about it the other day. Yeah, so obviously not the right shoe. It's not even the left shoe. You know what I mean? Like, this is totally wrong. So this is what happened. So it looks like I'll be going back up there tomorrow to deal with this. So that kind of sucks because I don't really want to go back up there, but it is what it is. Again, this is why I keep telling myself to open these shoes. Anyways, so what we're going to do now is, I guess, talk about this one that I do actually like this though. I mean, I looked at it online at first and I was like, I wasn't impressed. You know, I thought it was fine, but it didn't stand out to me. But looking at it now, the colors on here are actually pretty decent. And it's, you know, I guess it's not so much different in the from the last one that I did, you know, where I said it was really soft on the sides and on the end here. But looking at it up close, it's not bad, and I do like that pink insole there. So again, just looking at this from bottom to top here, the sole, nothing too crazy. Kind of reminds me of the Air Max Pluses in a way, just not as fancy, if you want to call it that. And then moving up here, you've got some really soft, I don't know what that material is, but it's really soft. On the upper part of the toe box, it's the normal mesh style. That's, again, not super soft, but it's there for I guess stability maybe. But It's not bad, don't get me wrong. I don't dislike it. It's just that this is just not normally a super soft part of the shoe. Moving around to the sides here, like I said, here and there, it's pretty nice. More so on the medial side than the lateral side. I'm not sure why, because they look very much like the same material. It's just it's a lot softer over here than over here. And then moving up here, this part, the yellow part on the upper area, like around where your ankle would be, that's back to that more solid feel. Not a huge deal though. But the tongue is actually pretty nice too. It's really soft. This blue on here, which is a little, it doesn't stand out a whole lot once you really look at the rest of the shoe, because on the bottom, at the front of the toe, or at the front of the shoe, you have the blue sole there. It's black on the back there. Then you've got the blue and the air bubble, not on the back, but then so it kind of goes with the sole. But yeah, it's actually pretty nice how it all kind of comes together. I can see how it's right there on the fence where some people might look at that tongue and think it's a little much, and some people would be okay with it. But I mean, to me, like the differences of color that they throw in there between like the blue and the pink, because it's in just enough other places, I think it works. I think it works just fine. So this is actually a pretty decent shoe. It's just not the shoe that I want. So I'll be going back up there and dealing with this tomorrow, which sucks. But it is what it is. Lesson learned, open your shoes in the store. But yeah, so that's it for me. That's it for these. The Indigo Storm, Have a Nike Day, Air Max 97s. Yeah, that's a lot to say. Yeah, check that out though. Check that out. Alright, so you guys have a nice rest of your day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll be seeing you again eventually. I don't know when, but eventually.